It's the middle of February now, and this month brought with it a lot of snow. It's like living in a fairy tale here up north. Just so beautiful. The tree branches are heavy with snow, and walking in the forest, it's so silent. Along with the snow comes a lot of work. Some mornings we've been snowed in and have had to shovel the road for 2 hours before getting away from here with the car. It's a normal headline here in the north that the snow surprised the drivers, as if it would be any surprise at this hemisphere anymore to get more snow. I can understand it better in warmer climates, that sudden snowstorms can really make a mess of things. But here it's normal to get 10, 20, 30 centimeters of snow in one night, sometimes more. It's been colder than normally this February, and we've had temperatures of -20 Celsius degrees for weeks. It has taken a lot of firewood to keep our house warm this winter, and we already ran out of firewood this week, and I had to order some more. The firewood isn't cheap, but it saves a lot in heating costs here. We're lucky to have 3 fireplaces in our house. I feel that fireplaces really make a home, and even if the electricity is cut off, there's a way of keeping your home warm. Life is a strange thing. We all come here to this beautiful world for a time that is given to us. Other beings we meet on this journey are the real treasure of life. I've always thought that those we meet while here are those we're supposed to meet. I don't know if it makes any sense, but in some cases, I feel some people you meet are connected to you even before you meet them. I've never been one to have a lot of friends. I have only a few I can call real friends and tend to like solitude. But one thing I've always enjoyed is the company of animals, especially dogs. For over 20 years now, I've always had a dog in my life, until now. In the middle of February, our dog, Dante, passed away in his sleep. He had been sick for a month, yet I never thought I'd lose him so suddenly. He was only 7 years old and had never been sick in his life. I thought we had many years still ahead of us. So this week after his passing, I've been trying to get through the ordinary days while allowing time to grieve. After the overwhelming sorrow, there came an emptiness, the empty house without his presence. I've been thinking about how to tell you about this, writing a lot, but nothing I say sounds right. I don't really know what to say. I just miss him. I know there are many of you who have gone through the same and know how it feels.
Hienosti menee. Hyvä. Hyvä.
I've noticed that in times of turmoil, it's good to ground yourself in everyday tasks. Do things you normally do. Go about your day, and in between, take time to grieve, to feel the sorrow, the anger, the fear, or whatever it is you feel. There's this one book I read, I can't remember the name now, but it was about emotions and how to cope with them. In the book it said, don't try to fight the emotions, instead sit with the emotion, allow it to come and welcome it, listen to it. What is it telling you? For me, doing my everyday work and slowing down is a way to listen to my inner turmoil. Experiencing loss isn't new to me, and as with all of us, this will certainly not be the last time. Lost lovers, friends, dogs, miscarriages, we all go through them. What I've recently realized is that these times of loss actually open up our heart. Without loss, how can we appreciate anything? If we always get what we want, who we want, and lived in that eternal having, would we grow a grateful and empathetic heart? It might be strange to say this, but I think Dante died a beautiful death. He passed away on his sleep, surrounded by those who love him at home. That's how I'd like to go when it's time. What more could you ask for, except for more time? So these days, I've been doing my daily work and painting my way out of the sadness. Doing something creative feels healing and gives space to allow the inner storm to emerge. I sometimes feel we're a society estranged of death and sorrow. We're so busy with distractions and trying to keep up appearances that real things like death are often glossed over. Yet it's a natural part of life, and experiencing loss opens your heart to gratitude and a deeper understanding of life. Whatever time we have here in this world, it's one to celebrate and to remember those who have passed on with love. Hello. It's Friday now, and I just returned home from the work studio, and there's this forest on the way that I drive home, and I just really wanted to come here and breathe the air for a little while, because we work with all kinds of paints and thinners and chemicals, so at the end of the day I feel kind of, I need something pure to breathe for a while and clear my lungs. And I've been really enjoying the work studio and learning all these new techniques and skills. But at the same time, it's not very good for your health to be in that kind of environment with all the toxic paints and stuff. And of course, we're trying to be as careful as we can and use all the masks and stuff when we need to. But still, I breathe a lot of toxins inside my body, so I've been wondering if actually it's the kind of work that I want to do, even though it's really interesting and there are these skills that have been around for hundreds of years, and just now I'm learning how to do these ornaments and decorative paintings that used to be quite common here in Finland, especially when we were part of Sweden. And all this is really interesting, and I have always wanted to learn how to do so, all these different kind of types of paintings and restorations, and how to make things look different than they are, like marble or wood and these kind of things. But yeah, I'm still thinking about whether I want to pursue this as a career or not. But in any case, I think it's always good to learn things, new skills and new things, and keeps you young and your mind active. And I think that curiosity and wanting to learn new things is always a good thing, no matter your age. And somehow many think that when you're a certain age you can't learn new things anymore or learn a new career, or I don't think so. I think life is all about learning, and we're only here for such a short time, and some of us have less than others, and you never know when your last day will come. So that's something I've been thinking about a lot recently, and some of you know why. And I've never had so much trouble making a video as I have had this time. I've made this video 3 times now. So the reason it's been so difficult to make this video is because of what happened with Dante, our dog, last week. And I still can't really talk about it too much in detail because of all the emotions it brings. And I just really wanted to thank all of you who have been supporting us and sending your love and well wishes and prayers. And this last month was so hard, and it really made a difference to know that he was so loved by a lot of you from all over the world, not just us, his family. And I just wanted to say that he went away peacefully in his sleep at home. And as far as death goes, it was maybe the most beautiful death I have ever witnessed. And I know he was hurting and in pain, but he wasn't anxious or suffering. And that night he went to sleep and just once howled a little howl, and then he passed away. So this is the reason it's really hard to talk about this, but and anyways, we're gonna have a funeral for him once the snow and the ice melts, and we can put him in the garden where our previous dogs are buried, and have a memorial for him. Yeah, it's been kind of a relief to go to the work studio and have something else to think about. And at home, everything just reminds me of him. And yeah, so it's been, you know that dogs will live usually less than you, so you, in some ways, you are always prepared to let them go, but when it happens, it's not easy, and it just keeps on getting harder. I think we've had 3 dogs now, and every time it gets harder, not easier. Anyways, I think that when something like this happens, or there's sorrow or grief or anger or any kind of inner turmoil that comes, I find that it helps to ground yourself in your daily work and your daily tasks and things you do, and to take care of others so that you don't focus too much on the negative emotions. And of course you have to allow them to emerge, and you have to experience them, because otherwise they get stuck and they become like this poison inside of you if you don't recognize them and let them be. Just experience them and let them pass. And I think that we are not really taught how to handle emotions, and for some people it can be really hard. And I used to be one of those people who couldn't really handle emotions because of my background, and I've had to really learn how to do so. And I've had some wonderful friends and my husband who are much better at it than I am, and yeah, I'm lucky in many ways. But I think I'm gonna drive home now after a little walk and enjoying the forest and the singing of birds, and just wishing you a wonderful beginning of March already. I can't believe it's already spring, basically. So the end of winter. But please take care, and thank you from my heart for all of your wishes, and I'll see you again soon.